Hello again, my name is Hugh and welcome to my channel and my workshop. A couple of weeks or so ago you saw me turn this, which was a triple or a double triple Celtic knot, inspired by Alan Stratton from Woodturning. And as I said at the end, I wasn't that happy with it because hole goes through there and double rings there didn't work, so I went back out and I made that one, which I'm really happy with. In that video I used these, which were six-sided or hexagons, and I've seen loads of pictures on Pinterest and places like that of people that have done 8 Celtic rings in a pen. So I don't know how they did it, whether they did it on CNC or whatever, but that's what I'm going to give it a go. So I've cut out some more of these. As you can see, it's an octagon, so I'll do the first 4 rings, which will be 1, 3, 5 and 7, and then I'll line up 2 to see if it's going to meet up with any of the first 4 rings, because if it does, I'll just end up with a 4-ring Celtic knot. But whilst I was making those, I made all of these as well. So we've got 7 sides, obviously 3 for the triangle and 5 for the pentagon. So let me show you how I get these marked up. So I've got my centre finder, newly sharpened pen, go all the way around, because although they look square, they won't be, as you can see, but in the middle of that cross, or that little square in the middle, will be dead centre. So I'll mark up both ends. This is satin wood, by the way, like that, and then with a bradawl let's poke a hole, a small hole. Excuse me if I'm off camera, but... and then with some double-sided tape, and I bought this on Amazon. It's double, so it's sticky, and it's Mammoth Power Grip. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get anything for this. I'm just showing you what I use. It is very, very good. So just cut. God, it is sticky. Right. Put it on the back and do that for both ends. Okay, and then poke through with the dowel or with the bradawl into the pin hole that I made just now. Line it up so that one is flat with there, and then do the same on the other end. There you go. I'm just going to put that in a clamp, leave it for a couple of minutes, let the tape do its job, and move the camera over to the bandsaw. So I'll see you at the bandsaw. Okay, so as before, I've measured up the centre, put my 45, so I've got reference, and now turn it over so that one is down there. Okay, sorry about that. I bought a new microphone, one of these that clips on your lapel, so I thought I'd better check, and lo and behold it didn't work. So there it is, all glued up. What I did say was I'm going to obviously video it, but I'll speed the video up going through the next 3 cuts. So once I've got the first 4 cuts done, and then we'll have a chat and see if it's working or not. So back to the bandsaw for cut number 2. And similarly to the pen a couple of weeks ago, I will be marking these up individually. I can see straight away that is not lining up with that, which on a normal 4-sided Celtic knot pen does. So I'm not sure whether it's these that need to be a lot more accurate, which is probably the case. If so, I will make them. But yeah, let's let that settle and then cut number 3. Okay, so there we have what would normally be the finished blank of the Celtic knot. Apart from that first cut, the rest are lining up nicely. So I'm going to let that set off, and then we go into uncharted waters, as they say, where I start the next 4 cuts, which will be going across the diagonals there. So I'll see you back on the bandsaw. Okay, so we've just done cuts 1, 3, 5 and 7, and now we're going to do 2, 4, 6 and 8. So 2 at the bottom, yeah, 2 at the bottom. Not sure if you can see, but where that bandsaw is now is coming in right there, which is extremely close to that one. And I've checked on the others, so that's 2, 4, 6, and 8. Let me have a think. Okay, I've looked at it. It's like the 6th cut on the first pen I did for the double triple Celtic knot. So what I've done, I did this before many years ago, and it does look quite good, where I put a Celtic knot, 2 Celtic knots very close to each other, and they all intertwine. So what I've done is I've moved the stop block down 1/4 mil, so I'm going to be cutting there. Okay, so this is where we get weird and wonderful shapes of segments once again. you just saw, that happened, so I'm going to try and rescue this. It means using the one thing I really don't like using, but that's an accelerator. Good thing is I can use the veneers to line up the cut and glue my glove to the blank at the same time. It's going to be slightly out. Right, leave that for a bit. I don't like using it, but it does get you out problems at times. Oh well. Press too hard. I'll see if I can find the bits and see if I can glue it all back together. See you in a bit. Right. Try again. I found everything. Again, accelerator. I think I'm gonna have to use, oh, golden Bennett. Everything sticks to it. Right. I'll be back once I've cleaned that up and stacked that bit to there. See you in a minute. Okay, so I've cleaned both up. They're going to fit that way. As you can see, I've got quite a few reference points to line it up, but I'm going to have to be quick because I'm going to put super glue on there and the accelerator on there. Right, it's a bit wonky, but gentle pressure. Reasonably straight, and now I'm just going to soak it with super glue. There's enough accelerator on there, I don't need to put any more on, but those of you who follow quite regularly know what's coming next. Time for a cup of tea. And that's the last segment. Try not to stick your fingers together. Leave this a while. If you're working with CA or super glue and you forget to put your gloves on, this should be in every first aid kit in a workshop. CA debonder. It's always on the shelf. Okay, let that finish setting off. Okay, here it is. Not the prettiest of blanks. It looks a right mess. I've got a 7mm drill here, which I'm not going to drill all the way through. I'm just going to go in about that much, or that much, whichever end I can try and get straight, because as you can see, it's not square. I could try and square it off on my disc sander, but I think I'll just make things worse. So I think I'm going to go in from this end. If I can get through this next bit and get a tube on it, the next big is am I going to be able to turn it? There's a lot of ifs on this one. So let me get set up, try and find the best center I can, and then bring you back when it's time to drill and see if I can do it. Here goes. Speed is 360. That doesn't look too bad. I can work with that. I'm going to see what this is like when it's turned, which is what's going to happen next. I'm not worried about that. That'll get turned away anyway. See how it turns out, whether this actually gets put onto a pen kit or not. Let me get set up for I'll put the tube in, barrel trim it, get set up for turning, and I'll bring you back. Okay, on the Mandrel, I've got my favourite, my trusty, definitely, and I'm going to be turning at around 2,500 and some really nice light cuts. Until 2471. As you can see, empty Mandrel. Here it is. You can also see it's not on a pen kit, it's not going on a pen kit, it's coming off the tube. I don't like it, it's a mess. I put it down to the breakages, not getting things realigned properly, although to give myself a bit of a pat on the back, the rings are okay, but I just don't like the pattern. It's just messy. Let me know what you think in the comments. So there won't be any glory pictures because there's nothing to be glorious about, but it's something I've never tried, and if you don't try things you'll never know. I'm not giving up on this idea. I will put all my thinking caps on and borrow a few more to see if I can get this to work, because I think it would look lovely. But yeah, so I think I'm going to have to start a new playlist, fails, because this is a fail in my mind. So, if it's your first time here, you've liked it, even though you didn't get to see a finished pen, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you're not subscribed and you feel like you can subscribe through my icon at the bottom and click the notification bell on all, and YouTube notifies you when I upload my video. All the oldies, as always, diolch yn fawr. We've been here before, haven't we? So yeah, not happy, but well, what's 3 hours? It was a concept, didn't work. I'm not giving up on the other jigs I made, so you might get bored to death with another one of those. So right, all I've got to say is thank you very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you liked it, hit the like button, share it if you so wish, so other people can see what not to do. And yeah, just everybody stay safe, please take care, and hoil!